You've been to Belgium?
I've been to Belgium, though. Yes,
from
I've been.
HLN.be, Belgium.
HLN, yes. So you've been to Belgium before?
Mm-hmm.
Where exactly?
I was in Ypres. Am I saying that correctly?
Ypres, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was in France and I was doing research for World War I, and I went to the Menin Gate and I watched the ceremony at the Menin Gate.
Yeah. You went to Bruges too, probably.
Yes. No, Bruges I have not been to.
No?
I'm dying to go there, though.
I've never been, and I'm from Belgium, so...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, everybody always keeps telling me, like, how come you've never been there? But anyway, congratulations on the movie.
Thank you.
My first question is, how did you get involved in this project?
Producer Don Granger brought me the book and was interested in my writing and directing it after we had worked together on Valkyrie.
And how closely did you work with Lee developing the script?
Lee took a very hands-free attitude. He said, I write the books, you make the movie. And he was very supportive of the whole process throughout, but he really let us do our own thing.
And he was very impressed the first time when he read the script, right?
He was very complimentary, yes.
What does that do to you?
It's a huge sigh of relief. I was very nervous. I mean, as far as I was concerned, the only person I was really obligated to make happy was Lee, and I wanted Lee to feel as though we had really respected his work. So I was very happy.
How would you describe Jack Reacher in your own words?
I think Jack Reacher is the modern day man with no name. He is he's totally free as close as free as one could be in a modern society. There's no cell phone, no email, no home address, no baggage of any kind, and I think everybody would like to live that way for a while.
Maybe I'm asking this question because I'm married into the military, so what do you think women will like Jack Reacher?
I think they will love Jack Reacher because he's a protector and he asks nothing in return.
Yeah, and what do you think people in general are going to fall in love with the character?
I think his humor. I think the thing that people are going to find really surprising is how funny Tom is in this movie, and what a fun time they'll have watching it.
And why and when did you decide that you wanted Tom for this movie?
You know, I was very lucky. Tom was attached as a producer, and I never expected Tom to want to be in a movie like this. I didn't think he'd want to be in a movie with me directing. And, you know, I had directed one other film. The film hadn't done terribly well. I didn't put myself on the list of directors that Tom had worked with previously. And I sent him the script as the producer, and he called me back as the actor and said, I'd love to be in this movie. And so that's when I decided.
What were the biggest challenges of doing this movie, really?
Two people sitting in a room talking. That's really the hardest part for me about directing, is just making a scene look interesting and finding the right chemistry and finding the right drama. It's much scarier than a car chase.
Well, talking about the car chase, can you tell us something more about that?
Sure. Where to begin? We shot that. It was supposed to be about 3 pages in the script. We were supposed to shoot it over 5 or 6 nights. We ended up shooting it over 18 nights, and it grew into a much bigger sequence. All of that because Tom came to me and said, you know, I think this could be a much bigger scene. Tell me what you want to do, and we'll make it happen for you. And so I came up with sort of my idea, the dream car chase, and we made it happen.
Well, and it was a really great car chase.
Thank you.
You can actually tell that he was really in the car.
Yeah.
The way, like I was just telling them earlier, the way he holds his mouth, and you can just tell he was really in there.
Oh, yes.
And it must have been, not maybe for him, but it must have been scary for David, because he was doing the car chase too. He was in a car too, right?
Yes, David does driving in the chase scene, and so does Jai Courtney. And it's what we call free driving. They're not on any sort of trailer. There's no, they're actually driving the cars. And we were determined to do that. And frankly, there was no other way to do it, to make it look real. And they had an enormous amount of help and support from a really great stunt team, and took a crash course in stunt driving, and everybody really knew what they were doing.
And how did Rosamund, how did she get attached to this project?
Rosamund and I met over Skype. She was one of the only actors that I wasn't able to meet with in person. And even through that medium, I saw this real charm and a real wit that I was looking for Helen, and there was no question.
All right, it was great talking to you.
Great talking to you.